Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 45 of Court of Swords. Did you guys notice we've been doing this 45 weeks?
Wow.
I did not.
It's more. I mean, it might be a little bit longer. We took some breaks in there. It's been a year. Did we have the show going on in September last year?
Well, because we started it basically right after the Patreon, and the Patreon's been going a year in August. So yeah,
Nice.
it'll be about a year for the show too. Yeah.
Didn't occur to me till just now. So, how you guys been? Dan, I saw you're playing Shadow of Mordor this morning. How's that playthrough? You played that when it first came out, so it's been a while, right?
Yeah, it's been years since I played it last.
Does the game hold up?
Yeah, it's fun. It's one of those games where it's like the gameplay and story stuff's very repetitive, but the combat is so much fun you don't really care.
Yeah.
You just
Very
want to
satisfying.
keep killing stuff because it's just fun to do.
Yeah.
So I really like Max. Mad Max, like, the story was shit. Pretty much all the game was shit, but the fighting was really fun because it was wasn't it the same system from, like, Batman Arkham Knight or Arkham Asylum or one of those games?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like really fun to fight things, but
The thing that I really loved about Shadow of Mordor was how loyal and true to Tolkien's original works it was. My favorite part of Fellowship of the Rings is where Aragorn is just stabbing orcs in the face over and over and over for like 1,000 pages. It's really good. It's the best part. I can't believe they left it out of the movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
Blood everywhere.
Is the second one going by any already made story or anything, or is it completely going on its own? Do you guys know?
The first game was completely made up story, so
okay.
I'm sure the
Okay.
sequel is going to be the same.
Gotcha.
Did any of you guys play the second one? I played Shadow of War a little bit at West.
Nope. I didn't. Was it good? What'd you think?
Yeah, I was a little concerned because there are a lot of QuickTime events for the combat, and I'm really bad at QuickTime events. So like when you'd be in
That
like
sucks.
a horde of them, it would like a Y would show up because I played it on Xbox, and a Y showed up above the person. You like have to hit it to.
Counter.
When you say the phrase Shadow of Mordor and QuickTime in the same sentence, I get like tunnel vision. I feel faint and like a little angry.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about that because I feel like they changed the combat a little bit, but they had a really cool like fort siege mode where there was like a big orc castle, and you had to choose kind of different types of units. So they had like the giant orcs that had like basically catapults on their backs with like fire and shit, and then you would like basically lay siege to this castle. So that was really cool. But like, since the combat was my favorite part of Shadow of Mordor, I was kind of nervous. There was one part, though, where I got to ride some kind of giant thing and punch a Balrog in the face.
Oh, so
that
you're
was
Legolas from the movies. You just do stupid.
Bow and arrow and everything.
Yeah. I need to finish watching. I watched all of the Hobbit extended editions and then got through the first Blu-ray of the Fellowship of the Ring. 'Cause there's 2 Blu-rays for the fucking first movie. That's how long those are, and I haven't watched any more yet. So I need to get through those. I don't know, Adam. Have you watched those? Do they add much to the movie?
Which the
extended editions of the.
Yeah, man. Remember we watched like all 3 of them.
Were
over
those the extended editions though?
Yeah, those are the extended ones. That's why they were
okay.
like 3.5 hours long a piece.
That's right. Okay.
I know that my exciting Tolkien lore commentary made them fly by like they were no big deal, but
it was the best way to watch those movies for sure.
hey, remember pop-up video? It's like that, but with me being like,
oh
did
man,
did you guys know that there are 4 rings and yeah,
I forgot about pop-up video, man.
pop-up video.
Pop-up video.
You know what they should do? They should make a Twitch extension that is pop-up video, but for streamers, and then streamers just enter in facts of themselves. So as you're just streaming, you just have like a little pop-up thing, a random factoid about the streamer. It'd be great. It's go make that.
It could be an extension, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be like bad loading screens for every video game. Like tips how not to be a total asshole in this stream.
Yeah.
That I would get behind.
Is there some? Do you guys know if for the extension stuff? Is there like a quality control for it?
Right? Are you asking? Is it more like the Apple App Store or more like the Android App Store?
Is there like an approval
seems
process?
It seems to be leaning towards the latter.
Okay.
But I imagine they'll be at some point they'll be like, yeah, we don't need any more of these emote pop-up extensions.
I think it'd just be fun if you could somehow troll viewers with that stuff. Like put like a buffering thing there or something to where anytime they mouse over the video, it just shows a buffer. Just has a little spinning dot.
Yeah, it's just a Twitch troll extension, and it just has all sorts of weird stuff that pops up.
Yes.
I don't need Twitch to perform any worse than it already does. Thank you.
But it'd be
even by
great.
pretend.
You just have people bitching at Twitch for no fucking reason because your extension makes it seem like they should.
Panic Basket is certainly my favorite emote, and I would love to see more of it. So
I agree.
yes,
I agree.
definitely.
Dan, you could just get one. You can just get a Twitch extension that just has pop up, like a scary pop up for your horror month. That'd be great. Just scare all the viewers away when they mouse over.
Yeah.
Be good. Be good. The limitations are endless. I think
I
that
hope
makes sense.
I hope there's games in the future that like really like come with an extension, so that like as you're playing it like live, you can interact with the game. Like people could vote, make the jump scare come out of the window, the chair,
Yeah,
the
that'd be
door,
cool.
you know.
Yeah, that would actually take that because they have games that have like some Twitch chat interaction, but then it just destroys your chat experience. So that extension stuff,
Yeah.
would be real rad.
That's what I'm most sad about with the extensions is like moving all that shit out of chat and into like the screen or something.
Yeah, be good.
Yep. I could see some cool stuff that we could do like on a D&D show where I could build a bunch of random encounter tables and then have chat vote on which one to roll on, right? So
I think
like
they have some like polling options already. In
exactly.
Some of
Yeah.
these yeah.
Yeah. Or like places when we show the map, people could click on individual places in the overlay and get character sheets and stuff.
Yeah, the ability to see like individual stats would be fucking cool.
You super cool.
However, it would also, I could absolutely see the people in the chat looking at our character sheets and be like, "Excuse me, you did that wrong, actually."
Oh
Adam,
yeah,
on
no,
his
that,
character sheet."
I mean,
the
to
backseat
be
gaming would
fair.
just be elevated without a doubt.
Yeah, to be fair, none of that would happen if any of us were any good at Dungeons and Dragons. So I mean,
It's true.
like,
That's true.
fuck
That's
us,
fair.
right? So
That's
Yeah. No, we're starting to work on that stuff. I think once we get through the live show this weekend, I'm going to sit down with a couple devs and figure out where we want to. Because I mean, we can do anything now with the extension shit. You can put whatever the fuck you want up there. It's almost like figuring out what we don't want to show and what we don't want to put up there. Because like the character sheet stuff makes sense, but do I really want people to know that I only have 2 arrows right now and I can only take 2 shots? Because it's really nice when that doesn't happen.
I like that. Do I want them to know I'm cheating?
Yeah.
Adam doesn't know.
I mean, it's a
so
real thing.
We're
I-
trying to
I'm-
secretly cheat.
One
Yeah,
of them.
I'm pretty good
You
at
heard it
marking
here
off my
first,
bolts.
kids.
Yeah.
JP's a big old cheater.
But then I can also do things like, hey, Adam, we need maps now because I'm going to make an extension that just pulls up the map overlay of where we're at. And he hates that. He hates maps. So,
I don't hate that. It just makes it's a lot of work. All right, so it's
Yeah.
fine. It's
Yeah.
cool.
but we'll
Especially
see.
if people veer off that map and don't even go on it, you know.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what we do every episode. Yeah, we just want to go off. And what's that way, Adam? What's to the west? Well, nothing. There's not a map for that.
There's a magical phrase that I'm going to use this session called "The door shuts and locks behind you. Go in the dungeon." I'm sorry. Nope, it's sealed. It's like a fucking Tupperware container. You cannot get out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's that? You're still fucking with the door? You take 7,000 damage. I guess you're dead.
Yep. That's where I go.
DC 50 roll to break it.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I go to the railroad extension, and then a railroad just forms on top of the.
Little train goes by at the bottom.
Yeah, with Adam at the front pulling on the choo-choo. Oh god.
Shining
damn it.
Time Station. Yeah, I like that.
That'd be
It's
good. That'd be good. Dan, what's in
That's
that
a good-
bottle? I gotta ask. That's a interesting bottle.
I saw this. It's really good. It's a Starbucks cold brew,
Oh, cool.
Oh
honey and cocoa flavored. It's really good.
Ooh.
man, how's the,
I
you-
thought
Go ahead.
he was like sick and went to like a 1800s doctor and they were like, here's a bottle of mercury.
looks
That's
like
what
a
it looks
medicine
like.
bottle.
That's why I was so
Yeah.
curious. You don't
Yeah.
see bottles
I
like
think I've
that.
had
Laudanum?
Robitussin in this.
Here's an elixir to cure your ails.
Yeah, it was like the
That's
Red
1
Dead
part
Redemption
cocaine,
guy.
3 parts laudanum, a little bit of lead in there for good luck.
Yeah,
The thing is, it works.
yeah. I've never seen a bottle like, or it's been a while since I've seen a bottle like that.
It looked kind of similar to like a kombucha bottle thing.
I thought it was complete
Yeah.
too.
That's what I thought too.
Dan, you tweeted at me, but it's been a while. How's that Nespresso machine that you got a while back? You still using it?
Yeah, it's really good. It just makes real quick, pretty good espresso shots.
Yeah.
Not as good as like if you grind your own beans and did it yourself, but it's
Right.
if you just want instant espresso, it's really
For
good.
what it is, yeah. The quality's there.
Oh,
I
man.
haven't- I haven't
It's
taken
like,
my
do
own-
I want to buy it?
I got a
I
bunch
don't
of
go to
people coming in.
Starbucks, I just make my own lattes in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kinda
cold
nice.
because steaming milk's a pain in the butt.
I was just gonna say though, yeah, you say everyone always says they want to make their own lattes, but unless you're like you don't mind steaming milk, that can be messy and that can be annoying, and you can burn yourself if you're stupid about it, which I would
You
be.
could do that with boiling water,
Are you
though.
speaking from experience, Max?
Yeah.
No, I've never actually steamed milk myself because it's just like it's a little scary.
They have milk steamers where you just pour it in there and turn it on, and it does it automatically for you.
Yeah,
Boom. That's what I
But
want.
you got to clean it, and that's the thing.
that's the thing. Yeah, no,
where
that's
I'm
that's the
like,
whole part
eh.
about it. That's where I end up being like, I just eat the cost of going down the road to Starbucks to get.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
going to get coffee is the only reason I leave the house all day.
Exactly,
So
that's a
like,
big part.
I don't want to put that
I think
away.
everybody
and-
can sympathize a little bit with that.
I was
Yeah.
like, I stopped drinking coffee because I got really sick and I couldn't drink any coffee for like a week. And then I stopped drinking it. And then I was like, man, I have not left my house in like 3 days.
Yeah,
Like, maybe I should go get some coffee. I'll just,
I-
I'll
a
have
little,
a conversation with the humans outdoors.
exactly. Little
Yeah.
human
See, I-
interaction.
I go the opposite way with that. I try to go as long as possible without interacting. So if I'm at like 5 or 6, I'm like, well, I got to skip coffee today because we're at day 6. We could break the
Yeah.
record. I just keep going.
I've done that, JP, where like the only reason I left the house is I ran out of food. I just had to go out and get food.
Yeah.
That's when you order food.
Yeah, order food.
Mhm.
Jesus.
See, here's the thing though. If you just
Or you run out of something you can't, like, like toilet paper or something you need right now, and you gotta go, and it's like, oh.
yeah, you have Amazon Prime though. There's no
I was
reason
gonna
to go
say you
outside
gotta have
for that
Prime now.
shit.
Yeah, there's no need.
Yeah.
I've had Prime now.
What are
I
you
don't
doing,
have it
Dan?
anymore.
You're just looking for
I-
excuses.
I
I'm
know, I
disappointed in you.
I miss ordering 1
Listen, what
hour
did-
within 1 hour milk and fucking like toilet paper and things.
What Dan is trying to tell us is that he's really lonely. All right, so like let him have his social interaction, and we can be weird shut-in trolls,
Yeah.
and it's fine. All right, everybody has their own approach to these things.
It was so when the hurricane stuff, whatever the first one was called. There's so many fucking hurricanes now. When it was hitting Houston and we were gonna get a bunch of rain in San Antonio, everyone was like, "Oh, you got to go stock up on food and water." It's like, I got like 4 boxes of Soylent. I don't have to do shit. I'm not going anywhere or doing anything. I'm good for like 2 weeks. Don't bother me anymore. Stop. It's just rain. Get over it. And that's how I survived through that. So, Dan, what else is coming up on your docket of games to play after you finish Shadow Mordor?
Divinity Original Sin 2 comes out this week.
Yeah, we were.
The first one was good, but they remastered it and made the enhanced edition where they added voice acting and changed a bunch of stuff, and it became really good. So the sequel is gonna have full voice acting, and it should be really fun.
Nice. Yeah, I remember Dodger and Strippin and Jesse played that when it was first announced. And then I think when the DM mode was announced, they did a couple stuff, a couple things with that. They asked us to do some DM stuff, which we might do down the line, but it was just we were too busy this week with the live show and everything.
Every time that let me give you a
You got to talk to us
brief,
about our Twitter mentions. Is that where we're
I'm
going?
gonna give you
with this?
I'm gonna give you a brief view into my life. So every time anyone even remembers that game exists and that there's a GM mode, and this is true about that game or like every other game with like a supposed game master mode, every day there's like 4 or 5 people being like, Adam, have you checked this out? It's got a GM mode. Adam's got a GM mode, and I'm like, maybe this time, maybe. And then I get it and I boot it up. I play it for like 20 minutes. I'm like, fuck this. They're always bad. Always. Like Sword Coast Legends was bad. Neverwinter Nights GM mode was bad. Like the idea, and maybe this is just me because it's a thing that I like love doing and care about. But every time they try to replace the game master or give the game master a video game to replace the tabletop stuff, I'm like, maybe today will be the day that I won't be disappointed by this. But it's not. It's never that day. Someday, not today. We'll see. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna be like, all right, everybody, here we go. Let's try out the GM mode, and I'm gonna play it for 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, fuck this.
It definitely seems more competent than the other ones that I
Yeah.
think you've seen, but who knows? We'll have to dive into it and see if it's worthwhile.
Do they? Maybe I'm kind of ill-informed. I know I'm aware of it a little bit because I remember getting emails popping up about it. But do they? Has any game with DM mode or GM mode, whatever you want to call it, allowed you to have like custom story and then add in your own voice and shit like that? Like if you had people voice act and all that. That's really cool. Yeah, that's where I would be like really interested in that.
I mean, it's pretty easy to make a game where you can make your own modules, right? Like lots
Right,
of games
yeah,
have
exactly.
that, where you're like, I'm gonna record a bunch of voice lines, but it's a set it and forget it thing, right? You put it on Steam and people play through it just like they're playing Baldur's Gate or Shadowrun or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing that developers are trying to make is a thing where you can live manage it, where you can be like, all right, I made this dungeon and I'm going to like
cool.
drop in some monsters, then I'm going to take over this NPC, but the other ones act on AI mode. And like, you're supposed to be basically doing the same thing that you do when you DM Dungeons and Dragons, but like there's limits, right? Like, so if the characters are like, cool, I'm going to climb up this wall, you're like, you can't.
Yeah.
Why not? It's only like 4 feet. I don't know. It's made out of magic grease. You fall down.
There's a magic power pulling you
It's a little
down, like some
restrictive.
enhanced gravity in this pocket right here.
Yeah, everything becomes the invincible chain link fence because you can't let the players do anything they want. Because the game, by its definition, is
Limited,
constrained by the
right? Yeah,
tools
just
that you have. So,
Right.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll definitely be checking out the Divinity GMO. The actual Divinity game seems fantastic. The first one was good, and I'm hoping that everything that I had issues with is better in the second one. But I haven't touched it at all when it was. I guess it launched early access in Steam like months back, and now it's all done and good. Coming out next Tuesday.
Yeah,
so
that
cool.
part for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely check out the single player. Or I guess like because you can do multiplayer in there.
Yeah, you can do co-op.
So
Oh,
yeah, I think that'd be cool.
In the future, we'll all be playing Dungeons and Dragons with an AI supercomputer generating the things, and the GM will just direct it, and we'll all be in virtual reality. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just never leave our house ever.
I want to. I think it'd be cool to do some. There's some AR things that use projectors for like different map stuff for D&D, but it's kind of bleeding edge tech at the moment. But man, it'd be fucking cool to do that shit. Like, Adam could just be like, "Hey, a fucking goblin spawns," and a goblin just like animates up from the bottom of the table. That'd be great.
I want holodeck level D&D someday.
In the sense of
Star Trek,
where things are as big as you are, or the sense of that they're still miniature.
You're actually standing. You're your character. You're standing in a like actual dungeon, and you can see it all around.
Nah, I'm good.
That
I'm
would-
good, man. That would suck.
Yes. I too would love to shed my weak meat flesh shell and transcend into the internet supercomputer. Can we just can we have that already? Let's just ascend and stop being humans, and then we can have whatever reality we want.
Someone
Damn,
said
that
it
would
in
suck,
chat.
man.
Someone said in chat too. I mean, that would, it would change a lot of these scenarios that you have and you kind of take lighter, but just because it's all in our own mind and we're imagining it. But when there is like a fucking crazy manicore that's like,
No, man.
I gotta
Just put
gotta say,
spiders
based
in
on-
there and people be like, "Fuck, I'm out. I'm done. I'm fucking out of here."
based on Anne's facial expressions during the last episode of Court of Swords, you probably want a considerable buffer between my brain and your brain. Like, it's a safe zone. I think this is probably a good distance to keep
I'll
those.
tell you what though, the entire time, if you see me streaming that and that ever becomes a thing and you're GMing, I'm just going to be looking up the entire fucking time. Just seeing where them spiders are at.
Let me just press the vomit up a giant hairball full of flesh button. Let me just, there you go. That's for you. Enjoy that.
And then, it's like you'd pull the Mr. Anderson thing, or Max would be just like, "What? There's something in my, yeah, Max. There's something in your throat. Oh God, there's spiders in my throat."
What good is danger sense, Max, if you have no brain to use it?
Yeah,
Buttons come out of your nose.
plucks your brain
Perfect.
out. Be great.
Yeah, give it to me. I want it.
Stuff.
Changed my mind. My whole opinion's changed.
Yep. Max, what's been going on with you? How's it feel to be a Chicagoan? I learned that last episode. I think I messed it up though. Chicagoan?
Feels good.
Chicagoan, that's
went-
what it is.
Chicago, yeah.
Yeah.
Went into the city, downtown for the first time in a bit. Went to like a steakhouse. Faucius, buddy Faucius was here, Eric, and hung out with him and some other people that were in Chicago. It was pretty nice just seeing like the city at night. And then that's kind of all I've done. I played some PUBG.
Did you check out
I got a
Fortnite?
duck game button. This thing's
Man,
fucking great. Listen.
Don't. God damn it, Max. All right, let's talk about how susceptible Max is to free advertising for other people.
Oh yeah, no, I am.
So
thought
they
it was just
sent
fun
that
to
to
do.
probably everyone in this call, most likely, with a key for the game, and said, "Here you go." So I merely took that, put it over someplace that I would never touch it on air because I didn't want to give them the free exposure, and here we are.
Yeah.
With Max giving them the free exposure. Swords.
Oh, sorry. See, here's my thing though. Like duck games already, like it's it's pretty out there. Like everyone pretty much knows what it is. Yes, you can argue that they'll get some free exposure, but I was like, that's a cool button. I like that button. I'm gonna make a silly video for Twitter. Who cares? Like I still retain the right to do that kind of thing. I understand the value of like that I'm giving them this free exposure and stuff like that, but I like the game enough where I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah, it's Adult Swim's the only group to do that. I've gotten a couple boxes from them, and every time I'm just like, this is so like most people send you an email and say, hey, here's a code, but they're going out of their way to send us random trinkets. I got like a foam sword for some other game.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that was for, but I
threw
hit
that
the wall.
away.
Yeah, I hit the wall with it. I was like, oh, cool. Put that over at a shelf.
The stuff they send is sometimes really cool, and other times it's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like 2K later on sends us all cars for the next GTA.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, dude,
that'd
they'll
be
just
cool.
send you a Slim Jim. You got to get your own car.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably would do like they'll do something cheap.
That is one of those things though. Like, I mean, I'm sure it's been brought up a bunch of times, especially on like drop frames and things like that. But I find myself, and I'm sure other broadcasters a lot find themselves like in a hard place of just like, I really like this game already, and I want to do something fun, silly, whatever. But you're like, oh wait, your business streamer side is just like, well, that's what they want you to do.
Well, that harkens back to the beginning of all this, where people would just work with a company for free because it was a company they like to work with, and they would just set a precedent for every other streamer that fucks people over. And here we are 15 years later. It still happens every single fucking day where they're just doing things that they don't think about what it actually means to do what they're doing. Which sucks.
Like what your actual value is and what you're giving them and what they get out of it.
Yeah. It happens, I think, in almost every like new industry where people are just excited to do their own shit and be a part of whatever something bigger than them is. But whatever.
I just like the button. It quacked.
Yeah, no. Scoots
Max
is here.
is a man. He's a man of simple taste.
I'm a man of simple taste.
No,
Exactly.
no.
Give me a button that makes a quack sound.
Look,
Check it out. I got this rubber bag. You fill it up with air and you squeeze it. Sounds like a fart. You check
Scoots
these
walked
things
in
out, they're great.
yesterday, and that thing's sitting in my kitchen. He goes, what's this do? I'm like, God damn it, Scott, don't do it. And he turns it upside down, turns it on. He's like, oh, yeah. He just starts hitting this like he's doing right now. I'm like, God damn it.
It's a fantastic button. It is.
Yeah. So I'm sure throughout the weekend when other people roll in, they're going to see him and be like, oh, what does this do? Let me turn this over and turn it off.
Ask Adam, does he want this next to him?
Yeah, do you want it next to you, Adam, on the show?
Sure don't.
Yeah,
I
okay.
sure don't.
All right. Yeah. I don't think it lights up. Max, does it light up at all when you press the
No,
button?
it doesn't light up that I've seen. It just has a little duck guy on top, and then that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just introduce an evil duck guy into the show, Adam. And then you don't even have to make the quacks. It's
Just start making your own buttons that are just like little one-off lines from Port of Swords and other
seriously,
shows.
This is a new thing.
Danger sense, Adam. Danger sense, Adam.
This is a new thing. I'm starting to do companies out there. I'm starting to do micro transactory advertising for my roleplay shows, where I'll just include NPCs that really like your product or service. So it'll be like in town, you walk into the tavern, the bartender's like, "Welcome to the tavern. Can I interest you in a delicious bag of Doritos?"
Yeah.
They'll give you a +1 to your armor class.
I'm into it.
All right, let's do it.
I'm into it. Easy life. Ann or Matt, I don't know if Dan's a big Battle Royale guy, but did you guys check out the Fortnite stuff today?
Not yet, but I just recently found out that they're doing that. Is that was not what it originally started out?
No,
right, that game?
they announced that this morning.
They did, right? Yeah.
It was announced this morning and playable this morning for the first time.
Yeah, I'm interested in trying it. I was already interested in checking out Fortnite eventually. I just was waiting until they actually because that was another one of those games you heard about forever ago, and then I'm like, all right, well, we're not hearing about that again for a while.
Yeah.
And now here we are with Battle Royale. It's so funny to see all these games just pivot and shift now to Battle Royale because that's the new hotness, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not even new hotness. It's just now, with PUBG and all that stuff, it's in the forefront and, the number one game now for concurrent players.
I believe the canon pronunciation is PUBG, Max.
PUBG.
That's the correct way to pronounce that.
You're gonna see Battle Royale in pretty much every game for the next couple of development cycles, without a doubt.
GTA did it too. They had their little Motor Wars game mode.
I didn't know that. It was
it's
a
not.
Battle Royale.
It still feels very much like just a GTA game mode, side game mode. It doesn't have any real depth to it, but it is. You drop down, you have your guys. There's all sorts of crazy. Either Mad Maxy kind of modified Twisted Metal sort of cars, and other ones that are just military type of vehicles. The key is to get those vehicles and then go around, and it closes in. So it is by definition they're a battle royale thing, and you pick up guns as you would in like GTA 4's like free mode. You just walk and you see them spawned around the map.
I
Yeah.
don't know that. And do you have interest in the Fortnite stuff?
Not really. I don't know. I had a really bad experience with that game. It was like I started playing it by, I don't know, like the first day or whatever that it came out, and then the servers went down like right away, like an hour after I started playing. So I kind of just was like, all right, that's good. And then I never went back to it because I don't know.
Sounds about right. At least you didn't spend about $250 and then never play that game again, like I did, because that's my experience with it. It's just great.
You said $250 on, like how?
So the base edition the base Ultimate Edition was $150, and then if you wanted to get all 3 of the other legendary cards or classes or whatever, you could spend an extra $100. And that's what I did.
Oh my God, JP.
I mean, whatever.
I was addicted to those damn pinatas. I bought it.
Yeah,
way
no,
too many of them.
I got a bunch of those too. Yeah. So.
Great. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, no, I don't really know how I feel about battle royale version of Fortnite. It's like there's so many battle royale games. If I want to play battle royale, I'll just play PUBG. Like
yeah.
I'm
That
sorry,
seems
what?
to be the best
What
one.
will you play in? What?
PUBG. I'm not saying it what you say.
Didn't PUBG have the fog stuff put in this morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So now
I
you
might
can
check
have,
that out
you can
tomorrow
have-
on Drop Frames.
Yeah, you can have. There's a new gun too.
Oh, really?
You can play PUBG in Foggy Inaba or Silent Hill now. But yeah, I haven't seen the new gun in action, but apparently it's in test server now, and then they're rolling out real soon. So.
Okay. Any of you jump into the Destiny craze, by the way?
Not until I'm gonna try it when it comes out on PC. But
Yeah.
I played the first one right when it first came out, and I understand that it got better, but I really didn't like it when it came out. But I was never like a big Halo fan, so I feel like I kind of.
I played it, but
What'd you think, Dan?
I had the exact same experience I had with Destiny 1, where I got bored after like a few hours of it.
Makes sense.
Because like the enemies, like if you watch someone that's starting the game and you watch someone that's like deep into raids and stuff, like the enemy types and the combat doesn't really change much outside of like the raids and the dungeons. Like it just like feels like the same thing again and again and again, and that just like turned me off a bit.
Yeah. I put 31 hours into it, and I'm good till PC. It is the same gameplay loop though, without a doubt. There's a lot of content there for an FPS game like Destiny, but if you compare it to like an MMO, there's like not very much content at all. It's pretty light, but I had fun with it. I can't wait for the PC release. I'll probably jump into that. It comes out the same week as Mario Odyssey, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
You talking about Destiny?
Yeah, yeah.
Mario Odyssey, Assassin's Creed, and the new Wolfenstein all come out on the same day.
Oh
Jeez.
shit.
Wait, they all come out that Friday?
It's like the 27th, all 3 games the same day. Which is
Oh
just,
man.
Jesus.
I hate when October and November for that reason. The game developers always do that.
I wanna play the Mario game, but I also really want to murder Nazis with a hatchet.
Yeah,
so
Wolfenstein's going to be real
What
good.
am I gonna do? Yeah.
Maybe Mario will have a Nazi level, and you could. It is based on the real world.
Oh my god. That'd be
Mario
so
just
good.
takes over Hitler, and he's
Oh,
like, "It's a me, Hitler."
Jump on Hitler 3 times.
He's
to
running
kill
around
him.
New Donk City, and you're like, "Hey, what's going on over there?" Oh, it's a Nazi rally. And he just pulls out his hatchet and fucking runs around. Oh man, I love this Mario.
Oh god! Someone should make a Twitch extension for that, for sure. Just make the
Some
Mario
Nintendo
murder
exec
not.
somewhere just
murder
like
Nazis
shuddered
into it.
because they heard they sensed us talking about it.
I mean,
Jesus.
Nintendo Direct is tomorrow. You never know what they're gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never know. They're crazy
Yeah.
over there. What have you been? How's that Rainbow Six update? I saw you've been playing a bit of that. And is it good?
They added 3 new operators. The 2 defensive operators are really good. One of them is so good, I feel like they're probably gonna nerf her because her gun is like way too strong. It's got a magazine size of like 50, and it has virtually no recoil, so it's just like really nuts. But their abilities are really cool. They're both like trap. They set like traps basically. And then they added a new map which is kind of hard to learn because they just put it in ranked really like right away, and it's
Oh, that's always
Yeah.
smart.
yeah, it's a very well, it's the reason that I got really upset about it because they were like, we're gonna take maps out of ranked because we want to give people a chance who are new to the game to learn the maps before they go to ranked, and then they were like, we're not gonna put the new map in ranked, and the entire Siege community, everyone was just like whining about not having the new map in ranked, so they just put it in anyway, even though it's like directly contradicting what they just said. So
Yeah.
So yeah, the new operator's really great. The servers were like really fucked up yesterday though. So the whole like we
Yeah.
fixed bugs was really bad yesterday. Lots of like hit registration problems. I jumped in a window and ran across the room and then rubber banded all the way back outside of the window and lost the round because of that. So I was really So I'm gonna try playing it tonight and see if it's fixed at all. I don't know if it's just their servers were like having a problem because it was fine yesterday, but
Yeah.
we'll just see how it goes.
That's rough.
Oh.
By the way, chat just reminded me where I've seen that bottle, Dan. Red Stripe. It's a Red Stripe
It's
bottle.
true. Yeah.
My brother drinks a lot of Red Stripe, or used to. That's where I've seen it. Anyways. Yeah, I haven't touched Rainbow Six in a while.
That's a fact. That's a fact right there.
Yeah,
for
put that in the
itmeJP
Twitch
pop-up
extension.
video.
The streamer factoid.
JP's brother drinks
What's
a
the
lot of Red
clever
Stripe.
name there? Because you can't pop up. Maybe just call it pop up video. VH1 probably didn't renew that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, we'll
Who
just get-
owns that?
I don't know.
Copyright.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Was it even copyrighted? Who knows? Who's to say?
To say lawyers probably.
Probably lawyers. Yeah. Adam, what about you? What have you been doing?
Mario and Rabbids. Fucking playing the hell out of the game. It's so much fun.
Zeke really
I
liked that game too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I like it. I like it not just because it's like it's a good game. Like it's legit challenging, and the challenge ramps up over time. I'm right at the end. I think I'm like right before the last boss. But it's a really good satire of like Nintendo itself. Like the Rabid versions of all the characters are like really clever, really funny kind of send-ups of Mario and Peach and Luigi and Yoshi. And playing that game, it's really cool seeing Nintendo as a company that can kind of like make fun of itself, or is like okay with letting Ubisoft make fun of it. To be like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, Mario's kind of a goof, and like, yep, he only knows how to say 3 things. That's fine. You can make fun of that. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm digging it. It's a really good game. There's a boss midway through. It's the end of the like ghost level.
Oh
that
yeah, Zeke talked about that guy.
Yeah, playing it, I was just like dumbfounded at how there was like, all right, cool. We're just gonna have like a fully voiced opera with an opera singer right in the middle as a boss. Here you go. This is just a thing. Say what you will about Nintendo and their like hardware choices of the past little while. They're willing to take weird risks on stuff, and I think that's super admirable. So I've been digging that.
Yeah. I mean, they made ARMS, so
Right? Like they're just like the weird like Howard Hughes eccentric who's just like,
they are.
yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna just make a giant airplane. I don't care. Well, I'm super rich. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah. Now I want to watch that movie. That movie's really good.
I got so frustrated playing ARMS. I fucking suck at that game.
I never touched it.
Really bad.
Yeah. I just the game looks just bad. I don't know. Did you enjoy your time with it, Max?
Not really.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that I did not think was gonna like make me as upset as I was while playing against. I was playing against Addiction, and he had already had some time with the game, so that was a part of it. But like, it's a Nintendo game. I couldn't get that mad at it, and then I just got really fucking angry.
What are you talking about? Have you played Mario Kart? How could you
No,
not get
I
mad
mean
at
that's a
that?
different type of anger.
Okay.
You know what you're signing up for with that one. That one I was just like, Jesus Christ! Like it was just unnatural how angry I was getting.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to stop playing this game. I'm not enjoying it enough to warrant me continued playing it.
Yeah. Yeah, ARMS just seems bad. I don't know. Anyways. What were you gonna say, Max?
No, I was gonna say, on the topic of Nintendo, I still just want them to take a Mario Party 2 or 3, reskin it, do whatever you got to do, put it online, and let us play. That'd be great. Fantastic. Those are the classic ones.
Can't you just Hamachi and emulate that?
You can emulate it and stuff, but then you got to worry about like issues on certain people's computers. I've done it a few times where it works, but just the fact that they haven't done and taken advantage of that opportunity, I don't know. I've said it enough, and everyone that I've ever said it to overwhelmingly was like, that would be fucking sick.
What? No. Mario
You don't
Party's
think that would be
bad.
awesome?
Those are just bad games, man. That's the second part of my statement. I tried to be helpful. The second one is, why the fuck do you want to play Mario Party?
I love that your two-part response was, yes, here's a way you could do that, Max. Short pause, but fuck you, why would you?
Exactly. I don't know.
But your taste is bad. And
The only thing Mario Party ever did to me was fucking peel my skin here in the center of my hand because I was trying to rotate the fucking thing on the 64 controller so fast.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah. You just do that and then it just peels your skin off. And I think Nintendo had to issue like a statement saying, don't do this. Because kids were just fucking getting hurt across America.
Mario Party's great. I absolutely disagree.
Max, I'm sorry we've spent 45 episodes just being shitty to you. I'm really sorry about that. I'm not gonna stop. No one's gonna stop. But I just want to let you know.
See, you're doing it too. You're apologizing. You're like, but fuck you.
In the middle, I don't know. Like it just shifted. It's like, hey, that guy, let's just shit on him in his dreams.
Every show has one. All right. Every show's got one.
I'm not gonna accept it. I'm gonna fight back every single fucking time. Fuck you both.
Dan's never been mean to you. Maybe in character, but it's just his character. Right, Dan?
Yeah.
Wink.
Totally. Just make believe.
I swear, part of it is the fact that I play a dumb fuck. So now everyone just assumes Max is a dumb fuck.
That doesn't have anything to do with it.
You're just actually dumb.
Yeah, we just don't like you.
Oh my god.
Let's play D&D.
It's like next character is just gonna be somebody who's like really racist against orcs, so that he can just like yell at you constantly.
Jesus Christ. I think I actually had a character that was pretty racist against orcs, but he died the next episode, so that plot line never got really fleshed out. But let's jump into this shitty murder house that we're in right now.
Let's do it. So you step down the stairs into the darkness. The door shuts and locks behind you. And I need to know who has the light source. Jiva, you no longer need to worry about light bouncing off of things and going into your eyes. You can see. But Ramus, you and Enoch need a source of light. So what is it?
I think we will cast light. I'll cast light cantrip on Berg's shield. So that way he has the light source.
Okay. All right. So let's see. 40-foot radius, dim light of 20. All right. I'll adjust Berg for that. All right. So let me drag you over to the dungeon. Things at the bottom of the steps appear much as you left them. The slaughtered corpse of some member of the townsfolk lies at the bottom of the stairs. The blood has now congealed, and bloody footprints disappear out into the darkness. There seems to be, based on the shadows at the edge of the wall ahead of you and to your left, there seems to be an archway or an opening. But at the bottom of the stairs from here, you can't see or hear anything unusual. I mean, aside from the bloody footprints.
We should probably also. We don't know that Ziva's here, right? Ziva is invisible,
She's still
corporeal,
like hanging in the shadows or something. I don't know.
She is hidden. She's lurking behind you.
I'll just imagine that Anne is a bat, but with Anne's face on it, flying up in the shadows, and we just can't see anything.
Yeah, that's what I've been imagining.
That's what my head looks like.
We're all on the same page.
Any artists want to draw that, go for it.
Yep, it's great, great visual. We'll put that in the Twitch extension, the roleplay art extension.
The Empire. Okay.
Yeah.
So, So you Bat Anne. Nice.
I don't know why I didn't come up with that. That's really easy.
You reach the bottom of the steps, and there's a corpse lying before you. What are you gonna do?
Well, Berg's in the do you walk forward, Berg? Because we can't. Like we're on stairs.
Yeah, I guess Berg would just kind of walk forward a couple paces, kind of see what's going on. Maybe check out the body a little bit. Stop there, look up.
Okay. Yeah. The body is as it was left. It doesn't look like it's been killed for food. It's not insanguinated or anything. This person doesn't appear to have any armor or weapons, or if they did, they've been taken away. And if so, not by force, right? It doesn't. There's no broken weapon belt. There's no evidence. It looks like this person was just surprised, murdered, and then left to bleed out.
We don't.
Is there maybe Berg can? Because this is the first time Berg's. Actually, no, I don't know. Did Berg ever? He didn't actually run up, so he wouldn't have seen this body before. Just by looking at it, does it look like there's anything of value, like to Berg? Want me to roll
I don't know.
for perception or some shit?
What is Berg value?
No, I'm saying like, does he have any fucking arrows or anything like that? You know, that the party could use. I'm just gonna roll perception. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll investigation if you want to like really scope out the corpse and ask me some questions. That's fine.
Yeah, just to see.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Hey.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Only Berg can
CSI.
crit with a 20.
All right.
I mean, with a 19. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Berg, you take a moment to examine the body. What do you do? Like, if the other characters are watching you, what does Berg do to
Probably kneel
investigate
down
this?
close to just kind of see, like, pat him, see if there's any sort of valuables on him, gold or otherwise. He's mainly looking to see if he has, like, health pots, anything like that. He doesn't know who this guy is.
He is he's a human. He seems to be a local of the area. He's a human male. He's wearing nothing fancy, but he's not like a beggar or a peasant. He's just got like a tunic and a cloak. And yeah, he has a look of sort of startled. Like he doesn't have a look on his face of terror. He just looks kind of like surprised that whatever befell him did. So and he's lying on his back. He seems to have fallen backwards, and he was facing into up the stairs when he died. He seems to have like fallen.
Yeah,
on
I
his
was
back.
run.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't look like he's panicking or afraid.
Odd.
With a
right.
20, is he able to do like some Dexter blood splatter analysis?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's what he looks
The
like he was
running
killed from
stuff,
behind
okay.
and fell backwards, yeah. And then
Vampire Lord
the
killed
blood
him.
in the footprints, and the blood from the body are the same. You can see like a half smeared footprint in the pool of blood. Someone watched him bleed out, right? Because the pool of blood had to spread. So someone either showed up while he was bleeding out or just stood here and watched him and then walked away.
That sounds like some fucked up shit that vampire dude would do. All right. Berg's moving forward. Creeping along the wall here. Looking up at every opportunity.
As Berg's slowly moving forward, does the vault look different than the rest of the structures within the house? Like, does this vault look like it was here before the house, I guess is what I'm asking? Like the house was made afterwards?
Make a history check.
17.
It's not
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, there is and you know enough about the kind of architecture of the city. You're a noble. You have a background in this kind of thing. You're not like an architect or an archaeologist or anything, but yeah, it looks like it belongs to an older style of architecture than the house above it. You can't necessarily date them, but you can tell that it's a style no longer used. You once lived in a house, and it had vaults, and usually you'd build them at the same time, right? Or the house on top might be renovated, but the house above does not look new, right? Like that the house above is a refurbished fortress.
Right. It's been in the town for a long, long time, but from
Yeah,
the
as
looks
long-
of it, this vault looks older.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the vault appears to be of an older style of architecture than the building above, but the building above is quite old anyway because it was built when the city wall was built before the city expanded into the third and fourth and fifth out walls. Right. The city has increasing rings like a tree.
Sure.
Ripples in a pond.
All right. If Berg's leading with the light source, we don't stay too far, or we stay pretty close within the light.
Yeah.
Berg wants to peek around this corner if he can.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a door there. Let me just check something.
Should I move my token like
Just,
he's standing?
Stop where you are because you're peering
okay.
around the
Sorry.
corner.
I'm just saying because I can only see the sight line as Berg would peek and then.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Berg. Yeah, you can go ahead and peek around the corner there.
I don't like the way you said that.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just fucking saying. You can do whatever you want.
You can peek around the corner, Berg. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Dot, dot.
Yeah. So you see a more or less like an empty stone chamber, vaulted ceilings, block floors in slow degrade, and you can see maybe like at the edge. Let me look through your eyes here, but I think you can maybe see at the very far edge. Yeah, there's another doorway or passage down here.
Yeah.
I just like the two other tokens at the opposite wall, like slowly.
Oh
moving.
yeah, we're just like, hey Berg, you got this. Keep it up.
Exactly.
Damn, scoot a little bit to the right.
I think Berg might whisper back to them behind him and just go, "This way or the other."
This way looks fine.
Yeah. Now, if you're interested too, the blood footprints trail off that way into the dark. You can kind of see them on the map there.
Okay. Yeah, I look down at the footprints, look that way, and then point the opposite direction.
All right, I think Berg will move here.
Okay.
We hurry along.
Yeah, wow.
Behind them.
That's a big jump.
Looking up every so often, the entire time here. Just what?
Okay.
Spider?
So when
No?
you
Okay.
when you enter the room, hold on before don't Enoch, you're there. when
God
this-
damn
when
it.
this
Oh, boy.
happens. Enoch,
The
behind
giant
you,
spider nest.
behind you hear a low guttural hissing, vaguely human, but yeah, Berg definitely did not notice these things as you come in. And out of the shadows behind you, two horrendously withered corpses lunge out and attack. So these, I mean, Enoch, you don't really get a good look at them before they dive on you. But Berg and Ramus, as you turn to look, they appear to be dressed as fine, like servants of a fine house. They have long coats, like footmen maybe, and one of them is missing their boot, but the other has both boots on there, like polished boots, and they have the sort of like withered face and the deep dull glow in their eyes that you saw in the corpse that attacked you above.
Rolls.
Yeah, so since their stealth check was so much better than anyone's perception, Enoch, they're going to get to make some attacks on you, and then everybody can roll initiative.
Shit.
Okay. I'll probably
So let me.
You're pretty beefy though,
before
right?
before you make this roll, let me read maneuver pair real quick. Another creature damages you with a melee attack. You can use a reaction, expend one spirit die to reduce the damage.
Oh yeah,
by a
you have no
number.
reaction because.
Oh, there's no reaction because I'm surprised.
No, you're just like shit as they dive on you from the shadowy corners.
Okay.
So they each get 2 attacks at advantage. So the first one lashes out with its claw.
That's a hit.
And I think this one grabs you instead of dealing damage. So this one lunges out with its claws and pulls you against it. And then it gets the second attack as its bite attack. Now that you're grappled, same thing with advantage.
Oh, that's a crit. Wait.
Oh
no.
no, they just have 2 damage types on the bite.
Eh.
So you're thrashing and it's trying to get a hold of you. The other one gets to make a claw attack on you, and that one deals 6 damage.
Okay.
And then this one also gets a bite because you're grappled.
Okay.
And that bite hits you for 16. And when I say bite, this is really like they're latching onto your ephemeral soul essence and draining it. Your maximum hit points are temporarily reduced by 9 because of the bite attack. So just make a note. So how does Enoch respond? There's this like deep like as they lunge out of the darkness and grab you, and these 2 kind of shriveled ladies are like fighting over you and trying to drain your life force. Your friends turn to see this. What's Enoch doing?
I'd be just screaming probably.
Okay.
Help!
He's like, "Hi, ladies."
Oh, you're biting me. That's mighty weird. Yeah, I'm just screaming, and I assume since I'm grabbed, I can't like my hand's probably on my crossbow, but I wasn't quick enough to actually get in a position to take the shot. So
Yeah. I mean, on your turn, you'll get to you'll get to make the usual, make your usual. You can't move, but that's all the grapple means.
Yeah. We need to roll initiative now.
We did?
Yeah, hang on 1 second. Cause
I just rolled it because I saw the stuff. I was like, did they roll?
I got you. You can stay on there.
Yay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll now.
Okay. Hey. I got a 20.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
All
Bird
right.
with a 16. Ramus with a
And
5.
let's get an initiative roll from Jiva as well, in case you want to do anything. Okay, cool. Let me add you in. Boop. All right, Jiva. So you're watching these fools get ambushed by these strange creatures.
Fool.
You can see.
Yeah.
You can see they look the same as the guy up above, this kind of hollow husk. They're almost like to your second sight, your soul sight. They look almost transparent. There's bare vestiges of soul clinging to them, but their soul has been sort of torn away forcefully. So Enoch, you're grappled. You can't move, but you can still attack. Do whatever it is that you need to do. Draw your weapon, do all that stuff.
Okay, I guess I will. What is it going to take to get out of the grab? A strength check or something?
Is a DC 13 athletics or I believe acrobatics check to escape.
I'll try that acrobatics check. But even if I do that, I have to disengage, right? Is my action to not occur an attack?
Yeah, like I'll put a little. I'll mark you as being grappled. Okay, so you're grappled, and then it'll free you from the grapple, which means they can't use the bite attack on you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make an acrobatics check to get away.
Okay, cool. We'll see if you succeed or fail, and then you can describe how that looks.
21.
Nice. All right, so you do a cool acrobatics maneuver, and you escape. What does it look like?
I just run away.
It's not acrobatics. Dude.
Well, I mean, I'll like.
One of them holding your arms.
If it's
kind of,
if
like
it's
holding you in
acrobatic,
place.
then maybe I like dislocate. Well, that's kind of lame. I don't know. I was gonna say I like dislocate an arm or something to try to bend it out of there. But if it's acrobatics, I'm like jumping or vaulting away, right?
Yeah, rolling, judo, kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do that where you like run the wall.
Oh
and
yeah.
You, like the wall, and then do like a backflip over him. That shit's cool.
I mean, it's,
Yeah, so
I
this
just-
uses your action. You still got your move, but yeah, I'm just curious. Like,
I'm just
'cause,
trying
yeah,
to think what it looks like. Like
Think
what a
Jet Li,
what a
right?
medieval knight would do in this situation that's wearing like a breastplate, because he's not
Yeah, I
going to
know,
run up a
it's-
wall, because then all of a sudden it just looks like
It's
a
hard to picture
superhero.
with all your armor and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just like do a backflip or something out of this.
I mean, you've
that's the only thing I
got
can
one
think
in
of.
front of you, so you can kind of like run up her and like push off the other one. To
Yeah,
get free.
yeah. That's what I do.
Okay. Yeah. So
It's hard
the
to picture
waist
that.
roll behind you, she gets pushed back and throws her arms up and like snarls. And now you've used your action, so you're free, but you can move. What else do you want to do?
Am I still in the middle of them? I don't
Yeah,
necessarily
you're
move
still
with the
between them.
acrobatic check.
Yeah.
I mean, if I move, they get to attack me,
Yeah,
right?
each of them will get one reaction. Yeah.
Shit. Let me hold on. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna action surge, so I get an additional action as a bonus action and fucking run away.
Okay, so you're gonna get your additional action, and that's gonna be a
Disengage.
disengage.
Yeah, disengage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, and then take your move.
Let me see. 30. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Actually, I don't know what's in that corner. I'm going right behind Ramus.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Berg, you see all that happen and have the opportunity to act. What do you want to do?
We're just gonna run up to this one and fucking attack this guy, girl, whatever person. They look like girls on the.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
First attack. Why
That
didn't
is a
you raid,
miss.
Berg? It's because I didn't want to. Here we go. Second one.
That one's a hit. Yep.
Yee.
Nice. All right. So you deal 7 bludgeoning, and then again, these things have no soul for you to suck.
So we can't.
you
No
you
necrotic.
deal You deal the necrotic damage, you just don't get any health back.
Oh, okay.
And it'll deal less damage to them because they're creatures of necrotic power.
So it would have been 11 total with that, right? So what is... You said it does slightly less necrotic damage?
Yeah. Basically, the necrotic damage will be reduced, but the regular damage is the same, the bludgeoning.
So what is the necrotic? Is it just like half or what? Because it's 4.
I'm not going to tell you that.
I didn't know if I was able to know. I'm sorry.
I know, it's okay. I'm just not going to tell you.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So, so you run up, you make your attack, you get another one. Oh, no, you missed your first one. So you're good.
I
That's
missed
your
my first one.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Jiva, anything you want to do?
Nope.
You're going to observe? Okay.
Yeah, she's just sitting there fucking flapping her wings like a bat up in the sky.
Perfect.
Trying to find a perch.
Sounds good. Okay. So you hang out and you watch. Do you want to hold your action? Like, because you can jump in and do something.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
What's the trigger for your action?
When they all die, I'm going to eat them all.
If really, I want to involve myself when the main attraction arrives.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
that's a really that picture of me. Isn't it great? I've got to look so
Good.
attractive.
I'm ready. I've got a backup token for you.
Look, you made that face, all right? That's not on us. All right? That's your own doing.
I'm ready. It's
Yeah.
in there. It's in the game. All right. Then the wastrels get to go. One of them is going to rush Ramus, and the other one is going to stay and fight Berg. So Berg, one of them lashes out with a claw and misses. So her claw scatters across your armor. Second swing. That one is a 21. So that one hits you for 12 damage.
Dick.
Slashes you. And that one is the one that you injured. Now you can see because now you're all up close with her. That the wound that you dealt, the bruise and the kind of like torn skin from the hammer, is healing. The bruise is fading to an even gray.
Heal.
Yeah, it's fading to an even gray, and and that's how. Yeah, not 12, sorry, 10. And she's recovering from the wound. Ramus, 2 attacks on you. What's your armor class, Ramus?
18.
18. Okay. All right. So the first attack
Dude, you're critting.
is 19. So deals you 8 damage.
Okay.
And the second one is a miss. So you're okay. So the first one maybe she gets you like across the neck or something, like where your armor isn't protecting, and then you manage to get your shield in the way, and it slashes across the shield for the second attack. Ramus, would you like to
hate fighting regenerating enemies?
Ramus, would you like to take your turn?
Yes, I think I would.
All right.
I'm going
If
to
he said
cast-
no, we would have just ended the stream. It just would have been over.
Yeah, I was like,
I
well,
just put down my weapon
mean,
and shield and lie on the
It's a
ground.
very
Yeah,
important
I
question to ask because it's do you want to continue the game or not?
Why? And I decided I don't care anymore. I just walked away. I'm gonna
finally
cast.
learned the true lesson of Court of Swords.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Nihilism.
I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Right next to the one attacking Berg.
Okay, let me recover your spiritual weapon here.
Did you ever? What's your spiritual weapon look like?
Just a mace.
Flaming hammer, or is it just a mace?
It's like mace that's like shimmering, like it's like lights all over it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and swing with that,
All right.
and miss horribly.
Yeah. So she sees it appear in the air. There's a crackle of lightning, and you summon the power of the tower, and you take a swing, and yeah, she dodges out of the way.
And then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at the one attacking Berg.
Okay.
So she has to make a DC 16 dodge, dexterity save.
Here we go. She does, no problem.
Okay.
These things are nimble young ladies, and this one,
Wow.
just rolls out of the way. Blast of fire flies past and scorches the wall.
They have a +6. That was deserved of an Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow, so nimble.
All right. So that's your turn, I presume. And that's round. Do you want to take a break here?
Yeah. Let's take a break. Top of the round. Yeah. That's good.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Still 3 hours left to go. We'll be right back with hour number 2. Right after this, we'll see you guys then.